Hiya, Ian Dixon here, and I've got something to share with you today that may change the way in which you look at your website forever. Just a simple trick, just something to think about, literally probably a 3-4 minute video today that I think will change the way that you look at your website forever. So stay with me. If you've got a website, then this is going to be of interest to you, especially if you're a business owner. So how is this going to work? Months and months ago, I was out networking and I was talking to a web developer about his pitch, about his 60-second pitch. And something that I'd been business coaching into clients for years and years was this understanding that when you build a website, it's kind of the start of the process, not the end of the process. And so the line that I threw out onto the table, which was for the web developer to use in his pitch, was that your website is never finished. That's pretty much it. So now let me explain. I'm going to give you kind of a story to go with it. So if you can imagine, because I bet if you're watching this video, you're quite likely one of those business owners that had a website built maybe 3, 4, even 5 years ago, and have not fundamentally changed it. So like it's as it was when you had it built. And the process of building that website had a start, middle and end. And when you launched the website, that was kind of the finish. And that which is a really interesting mindset to have about a website. And the analogy that I like to use is just imagine that you sat down with a web developer and you built a salesman. You created a salesman in the form with which best represented your company. You dressed him or her, you put a folder under their arm, and you pushed them out of the door 3 years ago with a price list, a set of instructions, some product guidelines or whatever it might be, service, whatever it is that you're selling. And you've not spoken to that salesman since. And they've been out there for 24 hours a day selling your products and services on your behalf, and you just basically haven't touched base. So that's how I know. I've been doing this job for 15 years. I know. I sit down with a lot of business owners and I ask this question and they say to me, no, I haven't touched it for 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. So to start the mindset shift is when you sit down with your web developer, or if it's a website that you've built yourself, is to imagine that it's a salesman and that it is, when you push them out the door, when you launch the website, it's the start of the process, not the end. And the best way to deal with that from an approach perspective is to schedule in at least 3 times a year to sit down with that salesman, i.e. your website, and to make some kind of change, alteration, amendment, addition. It could be pictures, it could be copy, it could be articles, it could be design, it could be tab additions. And actually the best way to approach this as an activity is during the build phase, especially if you're using a web developer, is to factor in with them, and cost in with them. If I sit down with you once a quarter and we make some updates and make some changes, price that in right at the start. So that's pretty much it. Your returning customers will love the fact that you're updating your website on a regular basis. Google will love the fact that you're updating your website on a regular basis. You will love the fact that you're updating your website on a regular basis. Imagine it as a salesman. If you pushed them out of the door 3-4 years ago and you've not been back to see them since, it may be time that you pull them in and sit them down and just check how they're dressed. Check what they've got in their folder under their arm and how they're representing you as a business. I pretty much guarantee you, if you factor in 3 or 4 fundamental changes a year, or amendments or additions, and work with a mindset that your website is never finished, then it will play a much better role in the growth and development of your business as a whole. There you go, that was it. My name's Ian. Thank you very much for tuning in. Please do hit the subscribe button Bang the bell so that you get notified when I post up new videos. We have regular content coming all through this year and ongoing. It would be lovely to have you as part of the channel here and to watch and help us grow. So thanks for tuning in. We'll catch you on the next video. Bye for now.